with me, Dato Sri Hock Seng, the Executive Chairman of SCGM Berhad. Dato Sri, let's talk about the business of SCGM. As I understand it, it is a thermoform food packaging product. But let's talk about the real business that you guys are in. What is thermoform?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for Astro Avani interview. Very thanks again to you all. First, I would like to recommend SCGM. How SCGM formed? SCGM is coming from four brothers named alphabet, then combined together become SCGM, and been listed at 2008. And we start specialist on thermoforming. It's a forming trade. It's quite brand new for a lot of people. Just what I know, you say thermoforming, they don't know what it is.
Exactly, we don't know.
But today market, new generation people, like for example, you go to Japan or Taiwan or more city area, you will find a lot of takeaway product, because this takeaway product in Malaysia just been starting growing up.
Okay.
Like
disposable.
Yes, disposable. And then recently, like lunch pork, you can see the replace of polyform. So this market trend will create a lot of benefit to SCGM. And SCGM are specialists on doing vacuum forming, so that we can do a lot of some high skill or high precision design to supply to the market. Like today, you go to vegetable market, you can see a lot of veggie are packed in a tray, or fruits, kiwi fruits, all packed in a tray. And then our company is specialist. We have done, just recently produced a lot of new things like one tray income, two color. I believe the market just going to be start in future. And then, of course, we must look after environment. So our product until today, all mostly are aims on environment.
But it's plastic products, right?
Yes, under PP or PET is environment product. And recently we have launched with degradable or biodegradable. So this is to help our country or worldwide to become more environment friendly.
Why is styrofoam not a good word right now in the food packaging business?
This is, I think I will not very necessary to answer this question.
Okay.
Very sensitive.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the business of SCGM. After being listed since 2008, this is nearly 10 years of being listed. The financial performance is growing strength on strength. The key point I want to highlight is that while your company originated from Johor, specifically Kulai, you have spent a certain number of million, I think 20 million ringgit, in terms of building a plant here in the Klang Valley. Let's talk about that. Why is it that you're moving from Johor to Selangor?
Yeah, this is very good question and share with all public. Because you can see from our revenue grow, and then for the market grow, the market demand, for example, our main factory is located at Johor Bahru, Kulai. And recently at KL, Selangor, start banning for the polyform lunch box. So the demand is very huge. So we have to decide how to cost down. So the first thing, we set up a Klang Valley factory. The capex is about 20 million. So it will produce a lot of revenue out. And then first thing, we can save down from Johor to KL transport costs. Also is a huge cost. So this is what we should do to create the company, make more profit and more revenues.
It is understood that you are building about 41 million in terms of the production capacity of the Klang plant. Do you think that there has to be room for growth even further? You might have to build more plants or improve the ones that you have right now.
No, right now we should be step by step. In our Johor Bahru, we have been just recently, the factory soonly will be completed. Roughly, we estimate at January, the contractor will hand over the building to us.
Okay.
And then the area is about 800,000 square feet built in.
Wow.
So it's almost, can say, at least double or triple of our existing.
Okay, existing square built-up plant.
Yes.
Okay, does this mean that being in Johor Bahru, you're closer to the Singapore market, you can do a lot more work there?
It's true. Our export sales, we create about, roughly now is about 40% from our revenues. The 40% is export, almost got 20% is in Singapore. The rest of 20% is export to worldwide.
Okay.
That's why we just recently set up a overseas strong market team going to be grow up, and then we will conquer the whole worldwide market. Because our new plant, the output will create more than double or triple.
Dato, we'll take a short break, but when we come back, we'll discuss more about the SCGM business.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Marketplace. I'm your host, Ibrahim Sani. On my right is Dato Sri Hock Seng, the Executive Chairman of SCGM Berhad, the Thermofarm food manufacturing company. You were talking a lot about the growth of the company. 2018 is upon us. You were mentioning that January you're going to be receiving a very large plant in Johor Bahru. And I want to focus a little bit about the future of the company, particularly the growth of the international markets that you have. Ringgit is low. That means that for exporting companies like yourself, you're going to get a slight bump in terms of revenue, in terms of FX change, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a room for you to grow extensively in international markets, in Singapore and elsewhere?
Yeah, it's a good question. You see, when Malaysia currency is bigger and bigger, our raw mat are all locally buy from Malaysia. But beside our local manufacturing, their costs also going down. So recently, all raising price are very stable down.
Oh, okay. So with this in mind, because you still have to produce a lot more, right?
Yes.
So does this mean that more raw material will be expected to increase in terms of cost?
The most important, at the stage of Malaysia, I can say that it's a very good area for local manufacturer. Because you see, compared with Asia, our labor is still cheap. Our power, electricity also lower. So the most important, I think these two items will be for us a lot of opportunity to conquer overseas market.
Lower labor cost and lower electricity cost.
Yes, and then the plant cost also, compared with Asia, we are the cheaper.
Okay, but locally, there are some changes in laws in terms of what is allowed, what is not allowed. All these changes in laws, does this impact your business?
At the time here, will not impact because our company mainly do environment, and what we say is all recyclable and no harm against our environment. Okay,
so with the international markets, what other countries other than Singapore you are trying to focus on, at least for next year?
What I say, I've been set up a strong team for overseas marketing.
Yeah.
First, we would like to conquer US market. And recently, our Australia market, we have been just part of it. So we've seen Australia still a lot of opportunity. Because, example, Australia, what we know, evening onward, you're drinking beer, you cannot using glass cup. We are produce PET cup, transparent cup.
Okay.
So future, this will create a lot of revenue come back to our company.
So so Australia is an interesting market. Does this mean that you have a local team there in Australia, and for that matter, US and many others?
No, our marketing just fly over and deal with the Australia people.
So right now the mix is 60% domestic, 40% international. Do you think that this will change the mix in terms of international and domestic?
Recently, this figure, total revenue will grow, but the percentage will be slightly changes. Why? Because we have been just launched a lot local product like lunch box lah, cups lah, also plate environment for the degradable one. So this huge market will replace we are uncaptured market.
Wow.
So this revenue will be, I believe, very, very fast will override the export percentage.
Okay.
But total revenue is grow.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that from the annual report as well. I mean, about 90 million ringgit in terms of revenue in 2015. Now it's over 130 million ringgit.
Yeah.
And I saw some quarterly reports. It's very strong as well. Let's talk about your competitors. Is there a competitor for SCGM in this market?
In market, yes. If there is all small, unlisted. And then most important, our company main objective, we're going to go for transformation for like management lah, operation lah, all this.
Okay.
Because our new plant once ready, first thing we must set up a lot of automation.
Yeah.
The most important
but
is
labor is so low already, you want to automate some more.
Then, even though low, we also should stand by. The wages will keep on going up.
Okay. Okay. That was Dato Sri Hock Seng, the Executive Chairman of SCGM Berhad. No problem, Dato. But that wraps up this episode of The Marketplace. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at 501 Awani. Download our app on the Google Play and the Apple App Store. I'm Ibrahim Sani. Thanks for watching. And Dato, thank you very much. We have to sign off and goodbye.
Okay, thank you.